Yes, people. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Sarcasm City Sports Q&A brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note. And as you can see from the title here, very disappointing title from a Manchester United perspective or just a footballing perspective. But Liverpool win the FA Cup, defeating Chelsea. Liverpool win the FA Cup, defeating Chelsea on penalties. So we're going to get into all of that. Don't you lot worry, but please make sure you hit the like button on the video. Make sure you share it across all the socials and subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV. Make sure you hit the notification bell when you do roll to 4K. And for those that are new here, this is the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, where you lot in the comments run the show. So you get to ask me any sporting question, past or present. So it can be football, it can be basketball, it can be boxing, it can be cricket, it can be tennis. I would advise you lot to ask me about football, basketball, and boxing because they're my three favorite sports. But any sporting question, feel free. It doesn't have to be about Liverpool winning the Premier League. Winning the Premier League. It don't have to be about Liverpool winning the FA Cup. It doesn't have to be about Manchester City's result today. It doesn't. It's anything you want, people, in regards to, as long as it's sporting content and a sporting question, I should say. So I will get to all of the comments as well. Big up my guy Deviant in the cut as well. Sorry, people, just had to mute myself so you didn't hear me. But Deviant says, almost disliked the video when I saw the title. Laughing emojis. Now I'm playing, but still, is my audio messed up? What's going on? Yo. What? My audio? You can't hear me? What's up with the audio? What are we saying? Is my audio not good? Let me know. But I'll carry on regardless. This is still absolutely terrible, man. Liverpool with 2 domestic trophies, and the only way to stop City is Liverpool winning. I hear that, man. I hear that. It's peak still. It is peak. Hopefully my audio is all right still. Yeah, so the audio's fine. No, it's good. All right, cool. Yeah. It's because Nuz said that, but all right, cool. As I was saying anyway, yes, to Deviant's comment. Yeah, but it's like hell for a Manchester United fan. That's why I started the show like that, Deviant. Like it is. I didn't want to write that title and make this thumbnail, but needs must. It is what it is, and the fact that it's Liverpool or Manchester City, 2 out of the 3 main ups, makes it terrible. Arsenal could finish 4th, Leeds could survive. All our ups are out here thriving. It's terrible. It is terrible. Ali A says, big up Flawless, quadruple still on. No, I don't think the quadruple's still on. No, personally, I don't think it's on. I think, obviously, to back the 2 domestic trophies, I think the Premier League is Manchester City's. The Champions League, even though Liverpool are favourites, I just think it's Real Madrid's year. And the run that Benzema's on, I don't think it stops there. But would it surprise me if Liverpool were to pick up the Champions League? No, because they are the better team and the favourites going into that game. When you have the best player on the pitch in Benzema, you have a chance. We've seen it. You could argue all the sides that Real Madrid have beaten in the knockout stages are better than them. You could argue PSG are a better side. You could argue Chelsea are a better side, and you can argue Manchester City are a better side. I would say all 3 of them are, personally. The only one that is really, really debatable is PSG. And they managed to get through. And again, I was saying this, someone mentioned Ryan. I was saying this to Ryan, like, when you have Karim Benzema, when you have Modric, when you have Vinicius Jr., Camavinga, Cruz, Casemiro, Ancelotti in the dugout, you have X factors. You have talent, even if you're not the favorites. And Benzema is the most informed player in the tournament and the most informed striker in Europe currently. And he is the best player on the pitch. Whoever Real Madrid play, he is the best player on the pitch. And he has made a world of difference. Big up to Mohammed as well. Says, oh, big stuff. Big stuff of legends, Flawless. Big up, appreciate it. We need Ryan on this show, Flawless. Is he coming on? No, I don't think Ryan is about. I'm not going to lie. I don't think he is. Welcome to the show as well. My guy Timo is in the building. Yes, Timo. What are you telling me? You good?
Hey guys. Hey guys, doing good? Yeah.
Yeah, man. Oh, good. Good to see you, even though I just seen you like 45 minutes ago on the NBA. But a lot could change. But we'll get there while we wait for people to get their questions in. You lot continue to get your questions in. Timo, you was at the game. Obviously, you was at Wembley. So your thoughts, 2 things. Your thoughts on the game overall and the penalty, your thoughts on the penalty shootout as well.
Yeah, first and foremost, the performance itself from Chelsea, it was very expected, to be fair. When I knew the lineup when he put Lukaku up front, because to be fair, he was selected as a merit because he scored that. He was in a confident mood, scored 3 goals in the last 2 games, understandably so. I feel like for me, the performance was a bit wasteful at times, and the amount of chance that we've had and they had is basically almost the same. Literally, we just cancel each other out. I think there was 2 or 3 chances in that second half. They could have buried the final straight away, and we were lucky to be ahead. And I feel in that first half alone, we were caught so many times that even Luis Diaz were exposing a lot on Chalobah's weakness, and it was expected when Chalobah was put in the starting lineup, and we don't have a choice because Christensen wasn't available at that time. But yeah, I'm not again, man. Like it's the same regular occurrence that we don't have any clinical striker in our pocket, and I feel like with Chelsea and Liverpool is that we play 4 games and all of them end up in a draw. I think the difference is that Liverpool have the winning player mentality in their team, and unfortunately with ours, it's just like it's not there yet, and it's so annoying. This is like the sixth. I think this is the third FA Cup final that we lost at Wembley
Yep.
since the pandemic. 3 in a row actually, and this is like the 5th straight or maybe 6th straight domestic cup finals that we've lost, including the Carabao Cup as well. So our luck hasn't been that good at Wembley for the last 3 years at least, and it has been weird this season for Chelsea so far, and the fact that we've been through a lot this season, it's just like the defeat itself kind of sums up the way that we played the season so far, which hasn't been that good. And there's a lot context behind to it, but I think there's far more fish to fry for the summer to come up, And the next round of games, luckily are home games as well. We only need like just one win, and then after that season's done, then we can all focus in the summer. But it's easy to say that, but yeah, it's looking long summer for Chelsea at the moment.
And thoughts quickly on the actual penalty shootout. Do you blame anybody, or do you look at it and go, "It's a lot of"?
I'm not. Look, with the penalty itself, I can't blame anyone in that team. Even though I'm a bit pissed when Aspie and Mason Mount missed, but I think it just goes to show that when it comes to penalties, I think penalties are. When it comes to penalties, I think Liverpool have the best penalty takers in this league. Even though they missed the money missed that one penalty, and I just can't blame anyone. Like here, the annoying thing is that for me is the mentality of this team. Like it's not even a regular occurrence to be fair. It's been long a while. It's just so annoying to watch at times. Even though like the craziest thing that we play well against Liverpool in the cup finals, but it always goes down like we always cancel each other out for the 120 minutes.
Yeah.
Literally always comes down to penalties, and it's so butthurt. Like our luck hasn't gone our way.
I feel for you, man. Like I would hate, like, because even though they're the best side, you always match up with them. I said this before. Like, we're Liverpool favorites for that game, yes, but it wouldn't surprise me if Chelsea won. No, because every time you play, it ends in a draw, which shows that Chelsea, because you're the manager you have and the players you have, you are capable of putting a game plan together and then executing that game plan to keep the game close. Did Liverpool start the better? Yes. Should they have been out of sight? Yes, but Chelsea also created chances. But it's the same issue you've had all season in regards to your forward players just not being good enough. Like I thought United's forward players was bad at times. Then I watch yours. I'm not even talking about finishing. I'm just talking about like the basics. Like I'm talking, there's a couple times the ball went up to Lukaku, and it's like the ball's not sticking. And that's basics. Never mind the ball sticking and then spinning and trying to play a pass to a teammate or get a shot off or something like that. I'm just talking about sustained pressure. You heard me say that a lot during watch-alongs. Anyone who's watched pro clubs has heard me say the same thing. When I say add sustain, keep the ball, sustain pressure, put the defense under some sustained pressure, and then they are more prone to make errors in that. Don't make it easy for defenses. And I think that's what Chelsea attackers do. They made it really easy for the Liverpool defenders, who are quality defenders and they're a good defensive unit as well. Again, continue to get your questions in. Big up my guy Cams in the comments as well. Big up Cams every time. Isaiah, I hope I didn't get your name wrong, says, flawless, my goat. Appreciate it. Love for the kind words. Says, what is your dream but realistic United 11 next season? Just a new 11. That is my dream, Manchester United 11. So, the hair is still the same. The low and Varane. Basically, I'll tell you what I want. New centre back, new left back, whole new midfield three. So, I'll throw Donny in that. So, Donny, another 8 and a 6. A new right winger and a new striker, if it's not Martial. So, that's a left back, a centre back. 1, 2, 3, that's 5, 7. I'm just looking at 7 new players, and I don't care if they're players we bring in. I don't care if it's players from the youth. I just want to see new. I want to see a new centre-back partner next to Varane. I want to see a new left-back that is not Shaw or Tellers. I want to see a whole new midfield unit because I'm tired of McTominay. I'm tired of Bruno. Not good enough to be starting week in, week out. Fred, who I'm a fan of, is in that mix. Not good enough. Fred is a squad player, cool. Bruno as a squad player, cool. McTominay should be 6th choice. We should have 6 midfielders and then McTominay 7th. We should have 2 6s, 4 8s, and then he should be backing that up. Right winger and have the right winger backed up by Diallo and Alanga. I'm cool with that. Strikers, Cavani's going. I don't think there's a guarantee Ronaldo stays, but if Ronaldo stays, he shouldn't be our first choice. Say it's Ronaldo, Martial, and somebody else, cool. But I'm just trying to see new. That's my dream. Because I'm tired of, I don't want to see Maguire and Maguire or Lindelof next to Varane, and McTominay and Bruno in midfield, with Rashford out wide. We've seen it and we know it don't work. Now, will I give Ten Hag some leeway? Yes, because I'm asking for 7 players. That's going to be very tough to do. I'm asking for in a dream scenario. That's what it is. In a dream scenario. Ali says, did you predict City beating West Ham today? They didn't beat West Ham. Mahrez missed penalty is going. What? Say that again, Ali. And Cams, this is a very valid point. I think this is the first time Madrid have got into the Champions League final as underdogs. That's interesting. I can't lie. First time I can remember in a long time them being underdogs. So you're right. You're right. Like 110%. But I'm looking forward to that final. Yeah, I will watch it because I didn't watch the one last year. I'm going to watch this one. But there will be no watch along for it. Just letting you know now. And I've told you that. This bigger Black Diamond says, like, share, subscribe. Support your quality channel as you continue to get brilliant content on a consistent basis. Klopp said, Black Diamond also said, Klopp said they hired a neuroscientist a year ago to prepare and train players to take penalties. That's extraordinary. Proper modern philosophy. Hey, do what you got to do to get an edge.
I never did not know that, man.
Yeah, do what you got to do to get an edge. 100%.
It's all about psychology, isn't it? It's all about psychology when it comes to these kind of penalty takers, especially in this kind of big stage of games. Like, for example, if this was a Champions League final, like the pressure is 10 times higher than the FA Cup.
Yeah. Facts, 110%. Taking penalties is different, and you can't replicate that. All you can do is try and give your players the best possible preparation for it. But we've seen that. I said this Mount's penalty was criminal. I'm not blaming him solely for their loss, but that penalty is criminal. I put it on. People always say it's a lottery. It was a shot from 12 yards. If you don't score, that's on you. I'm putting it on you. I'm sorry. You are a professional footballer. You are paid big money for big moments. And this is not just on Mason Mount, people. Because I've seen Manchester United players miss penalties. But I don't care if it's United, if it's Chelsea, if it's Liverpool, if it's City, if it's Real Madrid, if it's Barcelona, if it's Bayern Munich. That's what you're paid the big bucks for, is those big moments. And when you score, you get all the credit. But then when it goes wrong, you don't get any of the criticism. No, you deserve criticism. That penalty from Mount was crazy. Like, if you stick it top bins from a penalty and the goalkeeper saves it, I go, you know what, fair enough. But more often than not, it's a poor penalty. Aspilicueta's penalty was poor. Mount's penalty was poor. Mane's penalty was poor. They're 3 very experienced players, especially Mane and Aspilicueta. You should be doing better from the spot. That's what it is, and people don't. Because like I said, it's all about favoritism. Because Peter mentioned this. If Callum Hudson-Odoi misses that penalty, he's not getting the defense that Mount's getting. I see all this PR for Mount and that. Like, it's not, no. You missed. Same way we seen it in the Euros with Saka and Rashford and who else missed? Sancho. It's a penalty from 12. It's a shot from 12 yards. Score. Well, that's just my thoughts on it anyway. You can't just pick and choose. Yeah, if that was Lukaku, you would have got cooked. 100%. JS Living says Ten Hag is coming to start his work tomorrow. Shows the mentality. He doesn't want to waste time, straight to work, and I like that. I fucks with what Ten Hag is doing. Cam says McTominay should be in the under 23s. I don't even think he's good enough for that, but I'm not a fan in the slightest. I am not a fan whatsoever. Big up to Saeed as well, who says, Hi, Flo. It's first time watching you live on your own channel, coming from Rance's channel. Big up. Appreciate it, man. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. And everyone who's here as well, don't forget, we also go live on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. Link is underneath in the description. The link for the membership also underneath in the description as well, because members' comments do take priority like a super chat. But there is no members in here today, or else we are. Is this the real gal? Arsenal again third. Gal, message me, or DM me in it, so I know it's you. Or message Timo. So
Probably
I know.
Arsenal.
I don't know if it's the real gal. I don't know. Because the guy, that is something the guy would say actually, because he says wild stuff with nothing to back it up. He says wild stuff with nothing to back it up whatsoever. Do I believe they're getting third? No. Flawless told you about, I thought so. Yeah, I don't know, I can't remember if I modded him or not. I can't remember. So guys, if that is message me, just DM me. So yeah, it's a fake one. There you go, you lot block it. It just sound like saying that he would say though.
Ah, it's a fake one.
Yeah, it's a fake one. They always. That's one thing I don't miss on Twitch is fake accounts. Flawless told you about my Celtics, bro. Yo, big up to the Celtics getting by the Bucks in 7 games. Props to him. Celtics did the business they do. I appreciate you subscribing, my guy. Appreciate it. Thiago's pen was cold. Kiss my teeth, but Reece James' pen was the best. Both cold. Yes, there was some very good penalties in that shootout. But hey, that's what you get paid the big money for. That's what it is.
It's not even that. Like, shootout players cannot be blamed unless we do some stupid stuff to derail the momentum, because everything in the shootouts is random. I've seen the greatest penalty takers miss, and you could say like on one side of the fan base, Mount's penalty was average, but most of the times, like if you're a Chelsea fan, I think you will be disappointed on how we keep missing chances to win games before they go into the penalty kicks. For example, the chances that we had in the League Cup final, the one that we missed, I've been thinking about it the whole time. It's like it's practically the same stuff in the Carabao Cup final. Liverpool are great, but I just think we had them on the ropes, and I think a little bit more composure, we could have won both games. But it is what it is at the moment. Our luck hasn't been that good.
Hear that, and just not good enough either. Like you said, in front of goal. Where else? Yeah, like I said, appreciate you subscribing. Like I said, people, don't forget the Twitch. We also go live on the Twitch, and we go on a regular basis, and we're going live there at 1 as well for the Suns versus Mavs game 7. So even if you're a basketball fan, head over there. But even if you're not, we answer other questions as well whilst we're there as well. Flawless, would you take Kante? This was a rumor I heard. So what I will say is I open this up and say, do I believe there's any truth to this rumor? Absolutely not. I've said this already. Manchester United, because of the state we're in, because of the new manager landing, because of all the movement in regards to the hierarchy and new staff coming in, we are going to get linked with everybody. United get linked with a lot of players anyway, but we are going to get linked with everybody, and it's just the start. So do I believe it's true? No. Would I take Kante in the correct capacity? Yes. So if Kante was coming in as a squad player and not as a first teamer and not on a big wage, yes. If Kante was coming in as one of the 8s to back up, say Donny and the other 8. I'm cool with that. Or maybe if you wanted to play 4-2-3-1 and you play the new 6 next to Donny, the new 6 and then you play Kante next to him to maybe if you go away to the Bernabeu to make it a little bit more defensive, yes. So Kante, yes. Would I take Kante 100%? But it has to again make the correct choice. It has to be squad player and a squad player wage. Not no 250k, 300k a week. No. What's your thoughts on that? Do you want Kante gone? Or would you keep him at Chelsea?
His contract is up next year, but we want to get the money for transfer window this summer, I would sell him. But I feel like with our Chelsea fans, we feel like we want the best for our club. I feel like what Kante's done for the past nearly 6 years is magnificent. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's for us. It's time to like reset ourselves. I think we need to talk. We need to. I think in the future, what are we going to do with the likes of senior players? Not only N'Golo Kante, but also you got so many players, some high wages like Lukaku and my client himself as well. Like, are we gonna get more money, the value from these players in the summer or not? I'm not sure. I just don't think that Kante will be sold this summer. It depends on how what is Top Boy thinking about this summer. I just don't know, and it's just like at the moment we're just in a mess right now, and we're just going to be unknown until like we find out what we're gonna do.
And Cam says, on paper, Kante to United looks good, but I feel like we've seen a similar story before. This is why I said it has to work. Don't bring him in first team or 300k a week. Terrible idea. Squad player Kante, cool. To me, 1 second. Sorry, people. Yeah, to me, Kante as a squad player is fine. He is squad like there isn't many squad players you're going to get of his quality, and is a year left on his deal, so he's going to be cheaper than expected. If you get Kante for 30 million, that's great business to me. Experience, knows the Premier League, can play in a double pivot in a 6. He can play as an 8. Why would you not bring that type of player in? I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Scoreberry, yes. Where else we got? People have got notes. People got too much time on the runs. As Paco says, flawless. If Ten Hag could take one Ajax player with him, who would you get? Anthony. Just because I'm not seeing too much of him, but we need a right winger. And I keep hearing about this guy and hearing his name. Roll the dice. I already know that he's better than the right wingers we have in Elanga, Diallo, Rashford. So yes, I would take Anthony. We needed a right winger for the longest, and he's worked with Ten Hag before. Obviously, he's there. He adds into the. I like Ten Hag potentially bringing in Dutch players he's worked with and other Dutch players to add to. I like him to have familiarity. That's what it is. So if we have Donny, De Jong, and Anthony in our midfield, I'm cool with Donny, De Jong as the 2 8s and Anthony in it. That's already some familiarity in that system. You don't have to worry about players getting used to playing with each other. So I'm all for it. Flores, do you think Arsenal are going to lose their top 4 legs? Yes. I think Spurs will finish top 4. What are you telling me? Who you got for top 4, Spurs or Arsenal?
I'll say Spurs, mainly because they got a easy run till the end of the season.
Spurs.
They already passed Burnley, passed their tests, and literally Norwich already relegated, so they're not. So they're on the vibes only. So yeah, I expect Spurs to beat Norwich. No dramas, and you know I might throw even a surprise. Frank Lampard might beat Arsenal the last game of the season. That would be a freaking carnage.
Who do you think is relegated?
I'll say Burnley. Burnley relegated.
Okay. We got my guy Snoop, who's gassed. Obviously, AC Milan are 1 win away from the Scudetto. And he says, "Did you see the best left back in the world goal? I seen the second goal. I seen the dribble goal that he did. That was cold when he was dribbling. I seen that. That was cold." Flawless, who do you hate more, Arsenal or Liverpool? You're new here. Liverpool, always number 1 up. Can't stand it. And Manchester born and bred people. That is ingrained in your DNA from when you are born in Manchester to hate Liverpool Football Club. And there's like I say, Google it, people. There's a rivalry between the two cities that goes beyond football. So yeah, Liverpool easy, but Arsenal are number 2 up. But then again, it depends who you're talking to. I'm saying, like, it depends who you're talking to. Please block all the fake accounts, people. Yeah, man, hella fake accounts, weirdos and that. Bear in mind, we know all the people they're pretending to be. Like, we can contact all the people. Who's number 1 on your list, actually? Timo, who do you dislike the most? What football team? Is it Spurs or Arsenal?
Arsenal.
Why?
can't stand the fan base. I'll be real. Talk most. So Liverpool is just be Liverpool. I don't really have a bigger personal rivalry to it, but Arsenal's like.
Fair enough.
They had the cheeks that say, "Oh, we're going to take over the third place over Chelsea." Get out of here.
Someone else says, I think CP3 going to get the job done tonight, but Luca in a winner takes all game is very, very dangerous. Who you got tonight? Do you have the Phoenix Suns or do you have the Dallas Mavericks?
Ooh, I'll have Dallas Mavericks or Suns. I'll have the Suns, please.
You got the Suns.
Yeah.
Why? I'm in agreement with you. Why do you have the Suns?
It's just like it's really weird because no one. This is the weird series I've watched. Yeah, I feel like no one wants to try win their road games, and it's just gonna be the same thing as well. That like this is probably the weirdest Game 7 I've probably witnessed though, just because both of these teams doesn't win their road games at all. So I'm gonna say the Suns just because they're gonna be at home.
Yeah, I'm with you. Sorry, these fake accounts is wilding, but yeah, I'm with you. I think Phoenix Suns do the business simply because it's in Phoenix. I would favor the Mavs if it was in Dallas, and that's why I favored Boston today because it was in Boston. Same way if it was in Milwaukee, I would have went with the Bucks. That's what I would have went with. But flawless. Did you see the Aguero fans was waiting for him? I seen better atmosphere in the kebab shop. Yep, I did see it. Terrible, but that's safe for you and that they got no they have no fans. People think I'm joking. See, you have no fans. I don't live too far from the ground. I can walk to the ground in like 20 minutes from where I'm at right now. They don't have any fans. I say this all the time. I'm Manchester born and bred. I went primary school here. I went high school here. I went college here. I've worked all my life here. I can count on one hand the amount of City fans I know. No, loads of United fans, Arsenal fans, Chelsea fans, Liverpool fans. They ain't got no fans. This is why they don't fill their ground. How are you the most successful team in the country in the past however many years you don't fill your ground? Everybody else fills their ground. Pick a team. You can pick whatever. Nottingham Forest. If Nottingham Forest was having all that success, they filling out week in, week out. Newcastle went to the Championship and was still filling their stadium week in, week out. Some teams are just well supported. That's all it is. Fellas, I know it's already some time ago, but how did Jan take the Real Madrid hit in the Champions League? She was all right, because I spoke to her the day after. She was all right. She was probably devastated at the time, but she's very pessimistic about City anyway, so she probably didn't take it as bad as other City fans. But to go out like that is in heartbreaking fashion. I know she was heartbroken. I never wished that to go out in that fashion in the Champions League. Because I've seen my team go out in the Champions League in terrible fashion, but never as bad as that. There's certain Champions League exits United have had that I'm still not over right now. Like I'm talking like from 2001. Like when I think was it 2000, 2001, like when Leverkusen knocked us out. Not over it. Porto with Mourinho, not over it. Robin's volley, not over it. Because Chelsea, I think, beat us a few days after. It's like we got beat by Chelsea past and present. Sometimes I accept it, but sometimes I'm like, nah, this ain't it. So yeah, she was devastated, as City fans are, alternative. Frankie, Fred, Donny midfield, flawless. I can't lie, it's interesting to see Ten Hag deal with the Bruno situation on a big contract, but as we've seen, he has no ball retention. I want somebody better than Fred. I want an upgrade. But give me a 6 with those two. I'm with it. It will be interesting to see how Ten Hag deals with Bruno, 100%. Hopefully, you don't care about no big contract and Bruno's a squad player. If our backup midfield is Fred, Bruno, and another 8, I'm cool with that. That works. I'm just tired of seeing this guy in my team. I was talking to my pops about this yesterday, and he was laughing because he was like, "Are you done with Bruno?" And I said, "Yeah, he's awful." Because we were talking about United's midfield, and he was saying how bad McTominay is. I was like, "Bruno's awful. He gets away with murder because he puts up GNA. Take away his GNA." Like I always say this: if somebody's defensive a player is GNA, he's not a good player. Because when we talk about the greats, when we talk of Thierry Henry, we don't talk about the amount of goals we scored. We talk about how good he was. When we talk about Zidane, we don't talk about how many goals he scored. Ronaldinho, Drogba, Van Persie, Wayne Rooney. The list goes on. If I ask Timo now to name his goats of Chelsea, he's never going to mention and say what they're good at. He ain't going to go to their GNA. Nobody mentions Drogba's GNA. No one mentions Lampard's GNA. It's brought up, but it's not the third thing. Oh, he's a quality shooter. He scored clutch goals. That is something more to his game. Robin is something more to his game. Of course, does it get mentioned? Yeah, but it shouldn't be the first thing. But that's just me, though. That's just me. Prime says, turn my thing moving slower now. Yeah, get the likes up as well, people. Yeah, Robin's volley, yo, I'm still not over it, man. Still not over it.
2010.
Still not sleep. 12 years ago, people, and I'm still devastated. It still hurts now like it just happened. Devastated. Arsenal fans chat, even though they've been in the pits for almost 20 years, and Liverpool took 30 years to win the Premier League. They're starting to pipe up, so for me, it's the time. Hey, Farron, everyone's different, isn't it? Like in terms of their ups. Everyone's different. Big up the Nipping in the cup. Big up Westbrook is goated as well. No, Nipping, not today. I'll get you on Sunday. Because this is only a short Q&A. Flawless, Odegaard or Bruno? Odegaard. Yep. Nani's red card is another one. Yep. Flawless, how long do you think it's going to take for Bruno to play himself out of the team very quickly? 3-4 games. But then again, it depends on the opposition. If we have 3-4 games of this tough opposition, he'll get shown up. Like with an instant, like you'll see it.
What do you want Bruno to do though? Like,
be a squad player for him. That's what I want him to do. Be on the bench. That's what I want him to do. Be on the bench, not good enough. But you lot can have him. You and Bruno.
We can give you Barkley if you want.
No. We'll take give us Kovacic and we got a deal. It's covered like I'm just not with it at all. You wild, Westbrook is good. You wilding with that. Again, you lot continue to get your questions in. Me and Timo are here for like the next half an hour or so. English bias pisses me off because Manchester City get knocked out. They usually get it easy, but when it comes to PSG, they get ripped. And then Mbappe and Neymar gets a lot of stick. The reason why that is, Camilla, is because it's Manchester City. Nobody cares. They did a domestic treble and nobody cares. Liverpool are on for a quadruple, and it's the talk of the town because it's Liverpool. People care. People are invested, whether that's Liverpool fans or people who don't like Liverpool. City don't have any ups. Like where they're ups, but they fall lower down the list. Like they're third on my list, and they'll forever be there. They might even drop lower. It's kind of
it's not even that. PSG is a merit to win the Champions League. Mm-hmm. Like you're talking about, this is one of the two powerful clubs in European football. In combined, you're talking about at least maybe like a 2 or 3 billion euros at least. Mm-hmm. Of course, expectation you have to win the Champions League, but when it comes to PSG, the lots of caliber players that they had, if you don't want it, like because you spend a lot of money to get these superstars like Neymar, Mbappe, Messi, Sergio Ramos, Verratti, you can name all superstars all you want, but you can't buy a trophy. You have to earn it.
Yeah. You're not lying, fam. You're not lying. Like I said, Cam said it there. PSG have clout, and then you add in the players they have. It's because it's City. No one ain't fuss. You know what I'm saying in that. I should block you for that comment when we move. Saeed says, rank these three in order: Ansu Fati, Saka, and Vinicius. I've not seen enough of Ansu Fati, but Vinicius is better than Saka.
Yeah, Vinicius might as well.
Vinicius is better than Saka. Vinicius got levels to go though. Like Vinicius is nowhere near the finished article, but he's better than Saka. But Saka's not the finished article. Nah. Yeah, facts. Cam said it. PSG had Ronaldinho and City were doing Grimsby away. That's what it is. PSG's infrastructure almost as bad as United's. Facts. Yeah, go on.
In terms of infrastructure, maybe there's a. You know what? I'm gonna have to agree with that. The structure really bad. I'll be real. There's a reason why their club's not on sale now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And again, that's all on the new owners. Like, it could change because Paco says that if Mbappe leaves, all hope is over for PSG to win the Champions League. They just have to get that structure right because the money's there. If the new owners then come and fund it like that, They just need to change the structure, which they could do. It depends because PSG can still attract players. Like they still have Neymar there. They still have Messi there. It's looking like Mbappe will leave, but you still have Verratti. You still got Marquinhos. You still got Donnarumma. You still got Hakimi. You still have quality players there. It's just getting the team together. That's what it is. Sports Genius says, "Damn, I was on Twitch waiting for NBA. LOL. 1 a.m. or 10 past 1, I should say. 10 past 1. 10 past 1. We will be on the Against the Run of Play Twitch, people. Against the Run of Play _ on Twitch. I'll be there. Timo will be there. Probably more of the man will be there as well. Who's your pick? Suns or Mavs? I'm favoring the Mavs. Favoring the Suns. I'm always, more often than not in the playoffs, I'm going to go with a team who's got home court advantage. Unless there's a big golfing class. But game 7, I'm going with the home team. That's just me. What you saying? You looking befuddled, Timo? Talk to me.
Yeah, of course the Suns gonna win at home. I just can't see anyone winning their road games this series.
So he says, rank these 3: Ja, Booker, Tatum, Kyrie, and Luka. That's more than 3. I don't know. Like, what do you mean rank these 3? I leave that to you, Timo. I can't. I hate ranking basketball players because they're cold. Rating players is cold.
I'll say Ja first, and then Tatum, and then Booker.
Do you got Ja first, Tatum, and then Booker? All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah,
Don't jinx it. Westbrook's going. Don't jinx it, please.
Timo, what are the chances of Reece James joining Real Madrid in 2023? Is he the type to go or just not really?
Nah, not really. I think it's just clout.
They do need a right back though.
I think we need a right wing back and left wing back just for the squad depth. Left wing back primarily because Ben Chilwell's not going to be back until after the World Cup, in my opinion. Marcos Alonso rumored to be leaving for Barcelona this summer, so I think our primary would be left wing back, and then right wing back just to occupy Reece James because Ashley's going to leave this season, and we might switch Reece James into a centre back at some point next season. So I think another right wing back in this team will be a good addition as well.
Yeah, Reece James. Do I believe he goes as Paco? No, but I could understand why I understand why Real Madrid would look at him 100% because they need a right back, and they're doing a Mazza with Rudiger, potentially Pogba, potentially Mbappe. And you add Reece James to that. They're looking like a serious outfit. They're looking like a serious outfit. Does Van Dijk get into an all-time Premier 11? No, not yet, because his story's not over. Now, if he continues to play at the level he's at or get better over the next 4 or 5 years, different conversation. But no, he's had 2-3 good years. Like the defenders who have had young years upon years. Like I'm not putting Van Dijk above a Carvalho at this moment in time. No, I'm not putting him above a Rio Ferdinand right now. No, because that man have did it for consistently years upon years. I'm not putting him. He's not even the best Dutch defender of all time. That's Jaap Stam. You know what we do? Jaap Stam only had a short stint, but his impact was incredible. And in terms of profile, he did everything. He's one of the centre backs who, from years ago, could play in the modern era. So does he get in? No, not yet. Not yet. Where else we at? Missing something. Where we at? Flawless Timo. Are you smoking the Suns pack with me after the Suns hold that L?
Don't jinx it, man. Don't jinx it.
I don't hate the Suns. I have nothing against the Suns. I don't know why you lot hate the Suns. I don't know if it's just because of people.
I don't nothing against the Suns. It's just like because this series, if you watched closely, I said again, no one winning their road games. Like if the Suns play at home at Game 7, it is a merit to say that the Suns gonna win it.
So I don't. So it's not. Big up TMC. Flawless, what kind of watch-alongs do you do? So I do NBA watch-alongs on the Twitch. I do Premier League watch-alongs. Manchester United ones here. Other ones on the Twitch. I do Champions League watch-alongs. FA Cup watch-alongs. Championship watch-alongs as well. If you follow me on Twitter, I always post out what I'm doing. But make sure you subscribe here, hit the notification bell. Subscribe to the Twitch. Go follow the Twitch. The link's underneath in the description. And then if you're following me at That's Me Flawless, you'll be able to find Timo as well. You can find his apps, and I'm always constantly constantly I always post out what I'm doing. So if I ever go live on the Twitch or the YouTube on Sarcasm City TV, I'll always post it out. So there's so much content going on. What else we got? Thoughts on Chico Hernandez. What about him? Cold strike. Kieran says, who will win the Golden Boot? It's a good question. Timo, what are you saying?
Oh, I haven't seen the stats this season. Let me check.
All right, you check that. I think Salah and Kane are level. I think.
Yeah. Salah and Son, literally either of those two. I'm gonna say Salah.
Yeah. Pardon me. You saying Salah?
Yeah, I'll say Salah.
Yeah. All right, cool. I don't know. Because Liverpool play who at the end?
Southampton away.
Yeah. Southampton away. Actually, but they got two. Now they got 2 games. They got 2 games where Spurs have only got 1. So I'll go with Salah. Let me check the table.
Southampton away Tuesday. If Liverpool lost that game or dropped points, you can.
Yeah, Liverpool got a game. I'll go Salah because Liverpool have 2 games, so they got a game more. That's what I'd say. I'll go with them. What else we got? Big up Flawless. I was late watching the FA Cup final because I fell asleep. When I woke up, it was almost the end of extra time. I'm glad I'm not missing anything. I knew he was going to lose on penalties. P.S. I'm a Chelsea fan. Hey, Mohammed, is what it is, man. Is what it is. Black Diamond saying they hate the Suns because of PP, Pompous Peter, my G. Big on my guy, Peter. Peter was hating on my Lakers so he can hold that when the Suns get eliminated. Was he hating on the Lakers, though, or did he just tell you the truth? Oh, is Salah injured? I didn't know Salah was injured. Oh, big up Zest in the comments as well, man. My Check Media. This is management people, for those that don't know. So when you see music coming out and you see us on all the shows and that, Zesty is one of the great My Check Media family members who hold it down for us. And that's why you see us doing so many shows, like legit. Like we booked again the start of next month in Manchester as well, people. So yeah, you're gonna get more music, and you're gonna get more solo music from me as well. If there's any producers in the house, let me know. So yeah, man, I need to get back in studio more on a regular basis. But big on my guys just every time. Let me mod in. 31 watching, only 19 likes. Smash the likes up, free quality here. Yes, man. Punch the likes up as well, people. Don't forget, membership is underneath in the description. And if you want to drop a super chat, then we'll get straight to your comments as well. As Paco says, Flawless, who's going to get relegated? Let me have a look at the table. So you got Burnley, who played 36 games, 34 points. Leeds, 37 games played, 35 points. And then you have Everton, 36 games, 36 points. Who's Leeds' last game? Let me check. So Leeds played Brentford away. I think it'll be Leeds. I think them games in hand will come in handy for Burnley and Everton. So I didn't realize they both had in hand.
Newcastle and Burnley at home. Newcastle playing away at Burnley.
Yeah, because Burnley's final 2 games. Yeah, Burnley's final 2 games, Villa away, Newcastle at home. I'd fancy them to get points from them. Not necessarily win, they might get 2 draws. But 2 draws will take them up to 36 points above Leeds, because I can see Leeds getting beat by Brentford. And Everton play Crystal Palace at home.
Yeah.
Go on.
Respectfully, I want Burnley relegated just because I don't like their way.
Yeah, this guy.
I'll be real, like the area is just shithole, man. I just can't go to the countryside again. Like, nah, I'm not.
This guy. You should just head there and then come Manchester, fam. That's what you should do. I'm saying.
I could have done that. Yeah, I could have done that.
That's what I'm saying. That's what you should be on, because it's not far. Love my bro, you know that. Zest, you already know, man. Love every time. Would you take any of these players if they were relegated for United? Absolutely. I've said Zest, I'd take Rafinha in a heartbeat. I'd take Rafinha to, like, I heard he's got 25 million release clause. I know Barcelona are sniffing around. Go put in a big bid for him and go get him. And would I take Calvin Phillips? Yes. Even though he's not ideal and he's not like top of the list, I would take Calvin Phillips as well. Like we could do much worse than him. Oh yeah, Rafinha in a heartbeat. Speaking of planning watch-alongs, remember when Arsenal were in a relegation battle for 2 weeks and Arsenal Championship watch-alongs were being planned? Those were good times. We had a ball with that. We knew we weren't going last prime, but we had a ball with that. 100%. Salah apparently nursing a groin injury. Somehow I think he'll get. Actually, he might not because he got the Champions League, so he may take them. He may take them 2 games off. He may.
He might be back for the
He
Champions
might
League
be.
final.
Maybe. Where else we got? What are your expectations for United next season? I've said this before. I'll say this again. Implement. I want to see a style of play. I want to see a philosophy. I want to see more entertaining football, more attacking football. They're the format. They're the major things I'm looking at. Like outside of results and points, I'm trying to see that. I want to see better performances. I want us to have an identity because then it's easier for United to recruit because our style fits. Because we have a style, so you know what type of player you need. I see one compilation of Diaz before he signed for Liverpool, and it's like he's a Liverpool player. You can identify a Liverpool player. You can identify a Manchester City player. You can identify a centre back for Chelsea. You know what they need. With us, we can't identify anything from goalkeeper all the way through to striker. All the way through to striker. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for. That's my expectations. And obviously, you want to beat the points total and just compete. I just want to put up more of a fight as well. That's what it is. I want to put up more of a fight. I want us to put up more of a fight in games where we're not favorites. Even if we get beat, at least go there with a game plan. I want to have hope and belief we can take points off a Manchester City or a Liverpool, etc. Big up my chat media in the building as well, man. My guy Stefan and that. Love to Stefan. Bad boy DJ. Again, I can't salute the match and media man them enough, like the management that they do of us. Trust me, it's appreciated. So like anytime you see, make sure you lot, everyone who's here right now, you fucks with the music that we're doing. Go follow Match and Media on Instagram because not only do they have other great artists, they help us produce music and get music out there. Trust me. Hey, this is what I'm saying. I just want to be Rochdale, Brian. I just want to be. See, Brian will never forget that. So for those that don't know, we was doing a watch along, or it might have been a Q&A. I think it was a Q&A. And someone asked me in the comments, when did I turn Ollie out? And I said it's when we had the League Cup game against Rochdale. And then Prime put himself on mute and then went and watched the game. And he's just been laughing about it ever since. Like he was like, Pogba was hobbling coming out of the tunnel. This guy played Pogba in a double pivot at home to Rochdale in a League Cup game. So that's where it is. Yeah, I just want to beat Rochdale. Yeah, I just want to go into confidence. I just want to go into those type of games with confidence. Fill me with confidence. It's crazy. It is. Stefan, I'm going to mod you as well. Zesty modded you as well. Do you think Salah missing the World Cup and AFCON has affected him at the end of the season? What are you saying, Timo? Do you think it's affected him?
I don't think so. I don't think he's gonna miss the World Cup. I think it's just managing his minutes, kind of like affected him. Maybe in those kind of games, I think that run against chasing Man City, it feels kind of affected him a lot. The missing the World Cup, not really that fuss about it, but I think it's just about getting his minutes. And then there's some of the games that Liverpool could have been like, okay, when you like 2-0 up, you could have been taking Salah off, but especially that Spurs game, it was a weird one as well. That game when I watched it last week, I feel like if Salah was more clinical in front of the goal, it could have been a lot different game. But yeah, I think that last game against Spurs for me kind of like taking its toll. And I don't know if Klopp didn't start Salah in the cup final.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll be the same conversation. Probably it wouldn't. Like the outcome will be the same. Let's say if Jota started ahead of Salah in that cup final yesterday,
You reckon it's still the same?
it'll be the same outcome. Yeah.
Do I think it's nah, I don't think it's affected him. I just think he's just out of form. I think these things happen. That's all it is. I just think he's no more or no less. He's just currently
Right,
out
he
of
was
form.
burned out. He was burned out.
Maybe it's a burnout thing. Maybe. Do I think Ten Hag can get the best out of Donny? Yeah, Zest, 100%, 110%. I think that's the perfect fit. He's got the best out of him previously. He knows exactly where to play him on the pitch. I'm with it. I think he just needs to get the pieces around him. De Jong is one of those pieces. We get six. That midfield say that's a certified midfield. If we get De Jong and a new six, with it. And we need a new midfield. I want to see a whole new overhaul. 110%. Whole new overhaul. Now says over 30 points behind the lead is going to be tough to close the gap. It's not about closing. I'm not looking at closing the gap. At this moment in time, I want United to be the best of the rest. That's what we need to do. We need to be finishing above Spurs, Arsenal, and Chelsea. No, actually, we need to finish above Spurs and Arsenal first, then get to Chelsea, then worry about chasing down Liverpool and City. Because we're nowhere near them. We are currently, you could argue, the sixth best team in the league. I'm not worried about second and first. I'm concerned about, all right, let's get to fourth. Let's be better than everybody else apart from the top three. Then worry about chasing down Chelsea. Once we get there, that's when you worry about the top two. It's building blocks. Don't worry, Liverpool City, we nowhere near currently. Nowhere near.
It's not even that as well. It's more to it. For example, at this moment, you can say in as a merit that Man City and Liverpool is by far by double the country miles. Like they're literally the best teams. Two teams in England can't agree right now. Chelsea in the bit no man's land at the moment. They were on a high during that Champions League final. I thought that we're closing the gap down. We're on top of the league, and eventually we suddenly fall like a Titanic. And this is we talk about the structure in that Liverpool camp that Black Diamond put about. Even that he said about penalty takers that he put new neurologists to coach these players. It's not about the tactics. It's not about the winning some 3 points. It's about the mentality and then how you can get these players to get the motivation going week in week out. And even though they had their lapses last season, I think they just staying in there would crawl back up again. It's just one of those days that Klopp literally got everything right, and that's why he and Pep literally by far the best two tactical managers that we've had in this modern of football.
Yeah. This is just their run. And you just have to sometimes, as much as it pains me to admit as a United fan, you just have to give it up when someone's having that moment. When someone's having that moment, which City are, which Liverpool are, you just gotta ride the wave until that moment won't last forever. It just seems like forever. It may last for the next 10 years, but it's not going to last forever. But then once it stops, that's when you have to be ready to capitalize. And even during that time, it's their moment. There's no reason you can't nick the Carabao Cup, FA Cup, a Europa League. We've seen Chelsea win the Champions League, and you go and compete with these teams. I'm not saying necessarily win the league, but go and compete. Be in a title race, even if we're 9 points off with 3 games to go, and it's like we're third favorites and it's a long shot. At least be there. Just get accustomed to get accustomed to being in a title race and being under that pressure, type of thing. That's how I look at it. So yeah, that's why I don't even worry about like closing the gap. We got bigger fish to fry. Is it raining in Manchester? It's always raining in Manchester, Jazz living. Probably is. I don't think it's raining now, but it's constantly raining. Someone says, Flawless, if you're Klopp, do you play your first team in the Premier League knowing there's a slight chance City drop points, or do you drop the league and focus on the Champions League? You play your first team. You play your first team. Because worst case scenario is you switch it around, City drop points, and then you don't capitalize. You play your first team. Momentum is the key thing in football. Play your first team because then it sends out the correct message to your players like we're still going for this. We're still fighting for this title. Kevin Keegan. We're still fighting for this title. And they're playing West Ham and they gotta go and get something. I love it, yeah, all that stuff. Like, that's what it is. Shout out Kevin Keegan. Yeah, Zest, you're right here, yeah. As a United fan, we got building stages, better additions, build a style of play, and we can take it from there. We got to be realistic. We are literally starting from zero. We ain't even starting from zero. We starting from like -50. Like we gotta build the we got to build the ground to then build upon. We don't even have a flat ground to build upon. We just need the basics. We don't even have a house to build on. Like the land is currently not flat. We got to even out the land to then actually build a house. Never mind putting things in the house and getting appliances in and painting and decorating and furniture and electrical appliances. No. We going back. We got to rebuild from the rebuild. That's what I would say on that. Let's see what else is going on. Prime says, people have to remember AFCON, he was playing extra time and penalties in the knockout stages, then losing and having to come back to an intense title race. It takes his toll. Yeah, it can do. 100%. 100%. Like that could be a part of it as well. But again, because Salah sets such a high bar, when he falls off a little bit, it seems major. Because his goals return and his impact is incredible. What he's done. Even last season when they were terrible. Was it last season? Last season or the season? Yeah, last season he still got 20 plus goals. Even when they was getting beat like all 6 games in a row at Anfield. Was there a rumor Ten Hag will take charge of the last game? Yes, there was a rumor. We were speaking about this on the last stream. However, he's just flying over. But because he wants to get straight to it. Because there's so much work to do. But Ralph's going to be in charge for that Palace game. He might be there. It wouldn't surprise me if he was there, whether he's in the ground or he's watching it on TV. So I'm with it. I'm with it, man. Salute to Ten Hag. That's my guy right there. Flawless, we're not even allowed around the property. Facts. We gotta get planning permission. We got basics to do. Basic. We don't even have the foundations to build the foundations. We gotta build foundations for the foundations. That is crazy. When they're talking about bricks, we need brick. We need to actually go buy bricks. Never mind putting them together. Like it's crazy how far we are off. Yo, rebuild from the rebuild. Legit. Forget building the foundations. Thanks to Oli United, don't even have a property to build on. Facts. It's awful. Is this game started yet, team?
Not yet. Not yet. It's on Sky Sports as well.
Sky Sports. For those that don't know what we're talking about, it is the Phoenix Suns versus the Dallas Mavericks, which will be going down. We will be on the Against the Run of Play Twitch people. So if you head over there, if you head over to the Sarcasm City TV Twitch, it'll be broadcast there, and then you can head over to Against the Run of Play _ on Twitch. I'll be there. Timo will be there. Rest of the man then will probably be there as well for the Game 7 Western Conference semifinals. So yeah, the game hasn't started yet, but we'll be heading over there. Yeah, man, we need cement. We need tools. We don't even have that. I'm saying we don't even have a cement mixer. I'm saying like there's so much, like we just lack everything. Everything. Yeah, I think you lot get your final few questions in. Make sure you hit the like button on the video. Make sure you hit the like button on the video and subscribe to the channel as well. Sarcasm City TV, road to 4K people. Hit the notification bell as well. Make sure you do that. Sarcasm City community is lit. Oh yeah, 100%. Best city in the world. Better than Manchester City. I'm telling you that right now. Better than Manchester City. There's more people in there than the MTI on a match day. Without question. Final few questions and we're going to close out in a couple of minutes. Well, yeah, Timo, what are you looking at with Chelsea in the summer? What do you want to see happen? Ideal world, players.
In an ideal world, I hope we get a marquee sign in the summer in certain areas in our team, defense, midfield, and attack. But time will tell if we can trust this top goalie. And I've been seeing his positivity since the first game against Wolves, and he was adamant and very truthful as well, that and stuck up to his word that we'll get there in no time. And I do believe his words kind of sucked into our fans, but time will tell if his word will going to come true.
Yeah, we soon gonna find out. And Jez, we are closing out, but what are you saying, man? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. I only just woke up because I had like a little fever.
Nah, it's cool, man. Jez arriving later than the Cedric tackle on Son in the box. What we knew. You know what I'm saying?
But at least I show up in moments. I show up in events, bro.
Of course, man. Of course. We're literally gonna head over to the Twitch for the Suns Mavs game in a sec. But I thought I'd still click you in that. So now I'll answer this question last. Flawless dream signing positions next season: left back, centre back, number 6, number 8, right winger, striker. 7. No, that's 6. Yes. And that's not even adding in squad players I want to see coming in. But just from a first team perspective, left back, centre back, DM, another midfielder, right winger, striker. All first teamers. And then if we're talking backups, backup right back, backup centre back, backup 6, backup 8, backup left winger, backup striker. So that's 7 players. So we're talking a whole new 11 basically. That's more. Wait, that's more than 11. 13. But hey, we move. We move. Flawless are these particular profiles you want in those positions though. Whatever Ten Hag wants, I've said this. But they need to be whatever his profile is and his style of play is, it needs to be sorted. I want to see a whole new midfield. We need a whole new midfield through. I'm tired of Bruno and McTominay. I'm tired of Varane next to Maguire or Lindelof. I'm tired of Analango or Rashford on the right-hand side. No. I'm not trying to see Ronaldo week in, week out front. No. I'm not trying to see Shaw or Tellers at left back. I'm tired. In the words of Saeed, I've legit had enough. That's what I'd say. Go on, Jez. What are you going to say?
Oh, I was only going to say the only thing I can really add to this Q&A is I dare Arsenal to drop points today.
Oh yeah, it's Arsenal Spurs today. It is, Arsenal Spurs. Arsenal Newcastle today. So obviously Jez is a Spurs fan for those that don't know. But we closing out the show, people. We are closing out the show. Head over though to the Against the Run of Play _ on Twitch. Head over to the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. Because when we go live on the Against the Run of Play Twitch, which is just the sister channel of Sarcasm City TV, it broadcasts there because the Suns versus Mavs game is about to start, people. But make sure you hit the like button, whether you're watching this live or watching this back. Much appreciated. And with the NBA now having less games, you will get the Sarcasm City Sports Q&As more free back in the regular Sunday nights, Wednesday nights, and also on top of that, longer as well, 1.5 hour, 2-hour shows. But yeah, man, love to everyone that has locked in. And this has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Catch you